Hey everyone, Average Knife Guy coming at you today with the Cold Steel AK-47. This is one of my older knives. As you can tell, it has been carried a lot. Not so much in the recent years, but back when I first got it, I actually got this in high school. So it lasted me high school and college and my early adult years outside of college before I actually stopped carrying this. I kind of realized it was too big to be comfortably carried all the time. I would not really peg this as an EDC knife, though it can be. I did so for years. It's just really big, and once you go small, you can't really go back to big. Small knives are just better for a lot of things. Better for EDC tasks, at least. This is, more than anything, a self-defense blade. As you can tell, it's just rugged built. There's a little bit of wiggle, not too bad, especially after all these years of carrying it and using it. I would consider this one of the best features on this knife, this little wave feature. Not quite an Emerson wave, but it does the job. You have it in your pocket, and when you pull it out, your pocket hooks, and it makes for a very quick deployment. I think the only way you're going to beat the deployment out of pocket with this knife is with an automatic, and even then you still have to pull it out and actuate it. So this might beat you to the punch with an automatic, despite how big it is. Now, I didn't really use this knife a whole lot. I carried it more than used it. You know, it'll cut string just fine, and even now, it'll cut paper, kind of. There we go. Had the same problem with my bug out trying to cut paper with it. It's all about getting the right angle. So it'll cut paper just fine, even now. I probably need to touch it up a little bit, but it's still pretty dang sharp. I think this is the first knife I cut myself with. Whenever I opened it out of the box, I started trying to shave my hair and slice. So Cold Steel out of the box, razor sharp, razor sharp. Now, like I said, I haven't really used this knife for its intended purposes all that much. What I use the most is this pommel. I'll be on road trips, and you know how you have to get some ice, refill the cooler, and the ice is all clumped together. Well, I get this guy out and I hit it a couple times and breaks it up right away. So you don't have to worry about smashing it on the ground and breaking it open and your ice goes everywhere. Then you have to buy another bag of ice. So that was very handy on road trips, just being able to break the ice up easily like that. My favorite story with this knife, though, if you can see that gouge, I was in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico, and there's some volcanoes and some lava, or I should say, you know, cooled lava, whatever that's called. Lava rock, there you go. There's just lava fields with a bunch of rock for miles. And I wanted to get my grandma a little piece of lava. She had gotten me rocks in the past. It's kind of our thing. So I took this bad boy over, found some lava, and took about 3 hits with it, and I managed to break the lava loose and get my grandma a piece of lava. So that was cool. I have heard of people modding this with like a titanium pommel. I didn't use it enough to justify trying to find and purchase and install a titanium pommel on here, especially now that I hardly ever carry it. But if you're in the market for the AK-47, that would be an option if you don't like this. I think it's Grivory. It's held up pretty good. You know, it only has that because I hit it on rocks. That's going to happen. Now, Cold Steel has been known for their locks. This is the Triad lock. Even now, it's hard for me to open it. It, you know, I kind of, that's about the best you're gonna get without putting a wrist flick into it. But it's very reminiscent of the Benchmade's Axis lock. I'm not sure who came first or if anyone copied anyone else, but it's very reminiscent. For example, here's the bug out. It's pretty much the same in my book. Also, for size comparisons, the AK-47 is just a massive knife. I don't know the exact weight on it, but you know, the bug out's pretty ubiquitous for an average size EDC. So take it for what it is. It's a massive knife. If you're looking for a big knife with a couple with a multi-purpose to it, where you can hit on the end and you want a big handle, this actually might be the knife for you. This is a little bit older of a model. They upgraded it with better steel over the years, but it's the same form. And they also make a mini, so if you like the idea, but you just want one smaller. Overall, this has been a fantastic knife for me. I don't think I'd trade it for the world. Even if I hardly ever carry it anymore, it's just too much sentimental value to it now. And it still comes in handy for those self-defense moments when you might need something in between your fist and a gun. But I am very happy with it. It's just a big honking knife, and I wasn't willing to make that commitment every day anymore. As more things went into my pocket, some things had to come out, and this was one of them. And that's all I have for you today, guys. Have a good one.